UFC 214 is the best fight card of the year. At this point, 24 years after it held its very first event, the UFC is no longer a rough and tumble spectacle with fighters who scrap in the hospital after their official bout and champions who shit on featured sponsors in the octagon. After being sold for $4 billion last year, the promotion has continued to try and streamline itself and smooth over its roughest edges, and even if their biggest draw is a kooky Irish madman who talks evil shit, the UFC is still trying to edge underwear fighting towards the mainstream. More money has softened the sport's wilder personalities, but on a purely sporting level, the mixed martial arts are incredibly good right now. There's no better example of it than UFC 214, which takes place tomorrow in Anaheim. It's easily the best card of the year, and probably the best since UFC 205. You likely know that the main event is the long-anticipated rivalry fight between Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier for the light heavyweight belt and the very soul of both men. It's going to be an incredible orgy of violence, and unlike the last time they were supposed to fight, both men made weight and neither man took off brand jealous for their, huge cock. But that's just one of the many fights worth giving a shit about on the card. Even after the strongest man alive had his bout with John McDessie called off, UFC 214 has a children's treasury of intriguing fights on the card. Tyron Woodley vs Demian Maia welterweight title fight. The co-main event is a strange little clash of styles. Maia is 39 years old, has fought most people worth fighting at welterweight and middleweight over the last 8 years, and is one of the last true jiu-jitsu specialists remaining in the UFC. He'll bob his head and catch dudes with the occasional combination, but his game is all about grappling and turning himself into the most annoying possible backpack of an opponent. When he fought Jorge Masvidal at UFC 211, each round went sort of the same. The striker would try and land as much as possible before Maia inevitably pounced on Masvidal and squeezed him like an anaconda as Masvidal tried in vain to escape. Maia didn't get the finish, but he drained his opponent's ability to fight back. The difference between Woodley and someone like Masvidal is that Woodley is liable to knock Maia's head off with a big right hand any time the Brazilian tries to shoot a takedown. The welterweight champ won the belt by making Robbie Lawler see stars, and while he's a perfectly fine wrestler, he's not going to out-grapple Maia. His tendency to back up against the fence helps him set up his favorite punch combo, but Maia is deadly against the edge of the cage, so Woodley might not even want to try to set one of those up. If Woodley keeps the fight off the fence and lands the right a few times, Maia is probably fucked. If the fight goes longer than 3 rounds, Maia might also be fucked. Woodley is the favorite, rightly so, and seeing as how he's already 35, he wants to leverage his championship belt into a money fight or two before he hangs his gloves up. It's not that he doesn't respect Maia, exactly, he just sees himself in a different stratosphere. That'll go out the window if Maia can grab his legs and squeeze his head off, and watching him try to get close enough to do so will be entertaining as hell. Woodley's not invincible, and there's nothing as frustrating as fighting against a jiu-jitsu master. Cris Cyborg vs Tanya Ebinger women's featherweight title fight. Ebinger is the former Invicta bantamweight champion.